Hello and welcome to Dreams of Akimino. So today it's my first devlog. I will present to you the game, the progression in the game, and the gameplay, um, and a bit of context for the story of the game. So first I'll present the progression of the game. I will explain how the game works, what is the game, and what I'm planning to do with it. So first, we have these dreams. These dreams are some specific instances of the game where there is an angel called Akimino that will send you to those dreams. And those dreams, it will allow you to get some knowledge for your village. I will show you the village. Um, yeah, so this is the village. So when you enter the game in the first time, there is something that will happen and I won't tell more about it. And here you will have the village, and the village is poor and it was devastated with war, and the people there are barely surviving from anything they can find, but they are they have like a family warmth between them, and the player will need to find a way to help them in order to improve the village. So basically, he will find the temple, and when he finds the temple, he will go to the lair of Akimino. Akimino is an angel, and it's the angel of darkness because in this island there is a lot of puddles of darkness, and darkness is something specific to the dream world. I will talk more about this when I talk more about the context of the lore. And Akimino will tell him that he can help his village by entering to the dream states and working through the dreams and finding more about the game, about what and how to use the darkness to help his village. So the for the gameplay, so basically it's a roguelike game, and in the dreams, you will enter the dreams in order to go through a randomized biome dream, finish the dream, get the reward, and the reward is basically the knowledge. It's like a book or parchments or something that will give you knowledge to help the village. And also, uh, to when you gain anything from the dream, you can also improve the start of the dream, like anything that unlocking new classes, unlocking new ways to enter the dream, changing the layout of the dream, making sure that every monster has something at the start. So basically, you will have like an advantage at the start, and also you can make it more difficult to gain more rewards quickly. And for the gameplay inside the dreams, it's a character building game where you enter and you play with your character and you try to defeat bosses. So I will explain the dream now and explain what it is in a game design sense. So the dreams, they are a set of biomes. They are always 5 biomes and one dungeon. So the 5 biomes, each biome will have, now I didn't determine exactly this, but for now it's um, 4 types of families and one boss, and each family has its own progression. And in the families, there is a specific rewards that you will get by killing the monsters. And to gain access to the boss of the biome, like for example here I have the swamp biome, and it will be the first one that I will develop for the demo. And this first biome, it has the tower, and the tower, it can be corrupted. But to access the boss in the tower, you need to be able to gain the key to access the boss. The key is a simple, it's not simple, it's It's uh, it's a set of key fragments that you will gain from the families that you will defeat during the run of each biome. So for this biome we have, I will show them. We have these families. There is 5 families here. If I'm if I'm not wrong, yeah, yeah, 5 families. So we have the first ones. They are the rootlings. The second ones, they are the bog crawlers. The third ones, they are the thorn weavers. They are here. The crocs, they are some types of crocodiles. They are here. And finally, there is the ritualists. The ritualists, they are here. And the rituals in themselves, they are related to the boss. And each family each family will have one type of monster which is called the arc monster. It has a low chance to spawn, and it will possibly drop the fragments. So for each family you will need to have one fragment in order to access the boss. And for example, if I see the rootlings here, the rootlings, they have their boss, their arc monster spawn in this zone. So when you farm, you will find like a giant because the rootlings, they will have 3 families, and those families, they will look like roots. So they are known based on what they look. And when you defeat the arc monster rootling, you will be able to gain the fragments from this family. So that's basically it. And this logic will repeat between all the biomes. But the dungeon will have a specific layout where you will have the monsters inside the dungeon, but you will reach a point where you will reach the boss, and the boss will be like 3 to 4 phases in order to kill him. And for the gameplay of the game, like for the character building, it's based on the 4 stats. Strength, I will show that in the game. There is just 4 stats that are based on everything. So the character customization, the gear, the skills, everything. So here is the character stats, and this character stats will have strength, stamina, dexterity, and intelligence. And this, based on their amounts, they will affect the secondary stats, which are health, mana, damage, defense, attack speed, movement speed, and cast speed. So this is a base thing. For now, I will have just this secondary stats, but after I will have like it will have like weapon damage instead of damage, since you can have multiple weapons. And you can have like critical chance, you can have block, you can have multiple stats that will drive from this basic stats. But basically everything in the game is based on this. So now if I increase strength, I gain damage. And I will show you some mock data that I have here for the items. Yeah, for the gear, like for example, I have a sword. The sword will only have a set of stats that you can have, and they are always the basic stats. The derived stats, they are at the bottom with the green text, and they are derived from the basic stats. And in the crafting system, we will have some shards that will only apply to the yellow basic stats, and it can only work with those stats. I will show this in one of my tools. Yeah, so now here I have a sword, and this sword will have a supported stat. So this supported stat, like for now, we have strength and dexterity, and these stats will have a set of rolls. This is the min and this is the max, and it will roll between those when it drops. And this is the derived rules. Like here we have the strength will give weapon damage per strength, and dexterity will give attack speed per dexterity. And here we have conditional derived rules is between the basic stats, but it's only between the supported stats. Like for example, um, we can have stamina even if we have supported stats, but this stamina it will not affect the sword. It will only affect the basic stats from the character stats. So it will give the player health, but it won't give any derived rules. And for the conditional derived rules, we can have like, for example, if dex equals stamina or dexterity, it should be dexterity here. We will have a crit chance roll because this is the target stat that we will have. Here we don't have crit, so it won't affect anything, but we will have this later. Um, this is basically how the interaction between basic stats will work, and we will have like multiple ones. Like here we will have greater and lesser, and also we will have the double if a stat A is double the stat B, or half, since we will have both ways. So this setup for the character's gear, it's the same for the skills. And for the skills we have a separate system where we have a skill tree. It's not complete yet and it's very rough, but this is the skill tree. This skill tree is like a Path of Exile's skill tree, a passive skill tree, but this one is specifically for skills, and it's universal to all the skills. So for example, if we have like a slam, the slam will have the same tree as any other skill. So if we have like a fireball, the fireball will have the same tree as the slam, which makes it very interesting to have like crazy combinations like in Path of Exile. And the goal here is to have like a game where you can really explore how the player will work and explore also the environments. And this runs in the dream, they can take a long time, and each run, like for example here when I calculated how much time it will take me to finish the swamp biome here, it will take me around like 10 to 12 hours of gameplay. So it takes a bit long, but if I find it a bit boring I can tweak it, of course. And since this is a biome, it will have like a lot of hidden stuff, and since now it's just a basic terrain with some trees, it looks boring. Of course, it's a prototype, and what I'm planning to do here is to have a lot of hints about what is Akimino and what is exactly his dreams and why he sent you to these dreams. And now I will talk about the lore of the game. So this Akimino guy is like it's an angel of darkness, and this darkness is a substance that is scattered in the island, but it's in the whole world of this world. And this darkness is spreading, and it's like there is a breach between the dream world and the real world. But Akimino was locked up in his tower by some people. We don't know who are there, and we are trying to help him free himself. And that's why he tries to help us in order to improve our knowledge about darkness, in order to be able to tell us how to free him. Um, I don't want to talk too much about the lore because it has some hidden stuff that I want to stay hidden. But um, that's basically it. This is the context of the game, and the motivation from the player is to help his village and expand his knowledge about darkness. And when what he will find is that darkness is like um, a magical substance that um, enables enables you to control a lot of stuff. It's like electricity, and it will help like move things around, help fertilize the ground to have better lead, and it will grow like some crazy fruits that will help the villagers heal themselves from different diseases. um, and In the dreams, the encounters are very specific, and they give the player a sort of hope that everything will go well. And as it goes, the um, the player will find with time that each boss gives him a specific knowledge based on where it is. Like for example, in the swamp, it's like a set of control they are trying to control. Like the rootlings, they are possessed by some kind of parasites that enables them to attack you. And in the source, you will find that something is trying to control the swamp. And this knowledge about the control of the swamp, it will give the player context about why he gains when he kills the boss, he gains the knowledge of control of the darkness. um and it's all related. So for the player's perspective, he's trying to help his sister because she's very sick, and there is no one to cure her, even though they have a doctor in the village. And the doctor can't find why she's sick. And a lot of people in the village, they are sick, but no one knows why. And they have some patches of black spots, and no one knows why they are there. And when the player gets his first piece of knowledge, he will know how to cure them, and it will help the village try to improve themselves and start to build again. So that's basically the context of the game. It's I've talked too much about this, but that's basically it. So now I'm trying to gain some time while I'm grinding and dropping some items in order to show you what's there. Okay. Oh, I gained a lot of points. So this is what I have so this is what I have so far. Is I have the equipment ready, and it affects the player. I have the progression of levels ready. I have the life and mana using correctly. I have some things that I'm trying to find, but it's maybe bugged because I just developed them. It's the skills themselves, but they won't work with the tree, and they only drop at level 10. So it's it will take some time to get them. Okay. So if you notice, when I play, I drop some of this loot, and this loot, they are separated into three three categories. First, we have we can call them four categories. So first we have the gear. It's what the player wears, and it will improve his stats, and it can be crafted, and I will talk about this now. So you can use these materials like roots, wood, whetstone, bark, virgin amber, and dark stone. You can use them in order to craft some specific gear, but I didn't work on the crafting yet. Here you have some potions, are consumables, and we will have a lot of consumables. They can help like speed this up, teleport to a specific location, etc. Also we have these shards. So the shards, they are used to improve the rolls of the items, and also you can have any shard be used in any item. So if an item is supporting only strength and stamina, you can use a dex one. It will only improve the character, but it won't gain modifiers. And for the gear itself, we will have like a rarity gear, but it's not really rarity. It's like the drop tier weight is separated between the number of supported stats. So for example, if we have like a glove here and it has strength and stamina, it's common. But if it has only strength, it's not common, it's uncommon. It's not rare, but it's uncommon. But if we have strength, stamina, and dexterity, it will be rare. But if we have the four of them, it will be legendary. The four of them, it will be super strong, and it will have a lot of modifiers, since you can interact with all the possibilities for the four stats. And also you can gain some specific unique modifiers that are within the combination of equality of all of them. I don't have a specific example to show you, but this basically the idea. Um, for the shards, we have three types of shards. No, four types of shards. We have the lesser, the normal ones, which I have now. We have the greater ones, and we have the perfect one. All of them, except the perfect one, will add an amount, but it won't exceed the roll. Like I showed you here in the gear base editor, we have a max roll. It can't get past this. But the perfect one, it can get past it with a 20% to 30% roll. And this perfect one, it can also, instead of adding, it can destroy it. So it's like a gamble in the perfect one. But I'm planning to have a currency that will help prevent the item from destroying itself. And if it doesn't, it's like in Path of Exile, if anyone knows about this, it's like a Hinekora lock, and it will prevent a Valor from destroying an item or break it. So you can see the outcome before it happens. But these two, they are rare. The perfect one and the one that will save the weapon, they are very rare. And if you use the perfect one with the other one, you will consume both of them. So as you can see, the game is basically a character building game, but with a roguelike type of gameplay. And the goal with this is to help me build the game that I want to play. That's why I'm building this game. I used to play Path of Exile a lot. Now I have like somewhat 12,000 hours in Path of Exile, and it's not a lot for a Path of Exile player. But generally in Path of Exile, I'm trying to build a lot of characters, and I know that there is a lot of people that like this type of character customization and character building. So I will talk about the plans. So for now, I'm building the base game. So I'm building what needs to be built for a customization, character customization gameplay with a progression. That's why I'm choosing just one biome. And what I'm planning to do next, and hopefully I have that ready by the next devlog, is that I want to build the crafting system, build a proper way to have a proper skill tree working, and also I will build the classes. Now I have the basic thing working in the background, and I will have two classes. I will have the warrior and the paladin. Unfortunately, I won't have any ranged class, since I just like melee. That's why. There is no reason why. I just like melee. So I will have a warrior and a paladin, and these two, I hope that I can have them working by the next devlog. So that's basically it for the game. I hope that when by the end of this year I will have like a full biome to biome to biome to biome to the dungeon loop with um, one dream set, so it won't be random. It will be just one, and I hope I will finish it by the end of this year. I hope you enjoyed my first devlog. It will be it's my first time, so I'm a bit stuttering here, but yeah, I hope you enjoy it, and I hope I'll get some feedbacks from you. Thank you very much, and take care. I would like to know any of your feedbacks in the comments. Cheers.